This is your West Palm Beach.
Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl Kahn, and this is your West Palm Beach. Well, hurricane season's here and it's expected to be a busy one. As always, city workers are making sure they're ready for it. After a hurricane, tempers sometimes flare.
I got a boat in my driveway. You have a boat?
And city workers have to deal with some very frustrated residents.
I don't care.
Fortunately, this scenario was simulated, all part of an annual hurricane drill designed to give workers a taste of what they could be facing as hurricane season gets underway.
This is a little bit extreme. However, during Irma, for instance, we called it Treemageddon, and we did have a lot of roads that were blocked by very big, large trees and a lot of debris.
The very first of the first responders on scenes like this one are often public works crews charged with clearing branches and debris from the streets so fire engines and ambulances can get through. They have to work fast, especially in a case like the one depicted here, with a car buried under branches and down power lines.
We got a tree that's on a vehicle. I'm going to take a further look to see if anyone is inside the vehicle.
So many things to think about, so much to do, and in a real-life situation, they'll often be working long hours in the rain or under the hot South Florida sun on very little sleep. That's one reason why getting in some practice before an actual emergency occurs is so important.
So if they do it wrong, I mean, it would be could be loss of life, loss of limbs. So it's very important and imperative that we share with them and show them why they need to do it right. And it's absolutely critical that we give them all the tools that they need to be able to successfully carry out the duties that they were charged with.
During this drill, supervisors kept an eye on what went well and what needs improvement, from the condition of the chainsaws they were using.
The chainsaws, we noticed that I think both blades were dull.
To the dealings with the city employees turned actors who were playing the part of irate residents.
There are going to be people that will come into an unsafe zone, immediately call PD.
The workers will continue practicing their skills and getting even more feedback from their supervisors. They may be putting those skills to good use if this hurricane season is as busy as forecasters say it will be. Of course, they're hoping for the best but preparing for the worst, which was one of the themes of the Governor's Hurricane Conference held right here in West Palm Beach. At the Governor's Hurricane Conference, a panel of experts talked about the challenges of keeping people, pets, and property safe during and after a storm.
The Cat 4 hurricane would have been ground zero in Tallahassee, Florida.
And with this season shaping up to be a busy one, the 1,600-plus participants were hanging on every word.
We are going to send urban search and rescue teams.
West Palm Beach's emergency manager, Assistant Fire Chief Brent Bloomfield, says the conference is a chance to make connections and exchange ideas.
I think the biggest thing that we look for when we come to these conferences are the building of the relationships, making sure that we have the relationships that we had in the past. We just keep continuing on.
Bloomfield and many others walked the exhibit hall at the convention center, looking at everything from portable shelters, lighting, and generators to automatic sandbagging machines. There you go. And devices that help provide a clean water supply.
What we make is atmospheric water generators. We capture the humidity in the air and make pure drinking water anywhere in the world.
There were also workshops and classes where participants could learn new skills. With the contacts they made here, emergency managers will be able to keep in touch and get advice from one another.
Oh, you're with the Department of Corrections?
They can also look into buying new equipment to help their communities weather any storm that may be ahead.
We're primarily designed for emergency managers like yourself.
If you'd like to know more about how to do your own hurricane prep, visit wpb.org/hurricane. The governor recently honored a local woman as a Florida hero for her work helping foster children. Her name is Bailey Hughes, and she's truly remarkable. At the warehouse for the nonprofit The Hands and Feet, volunteers sort donated, gently used clothing, everything from t-shirts and jeans for teens to cute baby clothes. All these supplies, along with diapers, strollers, car seats, you name it, collected to help foster children in our area. Founder and executive director Bailey Hughes, who, along with her husband, fostered 23 children and adopted 4 of them, says she saw how great the need was and decided to help.
We just had this overarching issue that we saw with children that would arrive at our doorstep with nothing but the clothes on their back. And so they would come 10 p.m. or later, and they would have nothing.
Bailey and her sister started the nonprofit 3 years ago. Since then, they've helped more than 5,000 kids. Deborah Whiteside, who fostered and then adopted her 4 grandchildren, says the organization and Bailey are a godsend.
She is the most amazing human being with the biggest heart for helping children and families that I've ever met.
Bailey, along with volunteers, even delivers supplies to new foster parents at all hours.
She has to have the Kirkland ones, right?
And while they do have a pretty full warehouse right now, they can always use more. If you'd like to donate or volunteer, go to their website, thehandsandfeet.org. Another local nonprofit is offering affordable therapy for kids and their parents with a new office in the historic Northwest. In this cheerfully decorated room full of dolls and other toys, children and their parents can get help sorting out everyday stresses, as well as learning how to deal with the effects of traumatic events in their lives.
We say that toys are their words, and they use play to tell us what's going on in their world.
It's the newest branch of the Center for Child Counseling, a nonprofit that provides mental health services for children, parents, and even moms-to-be, as well as training for professional therapists. Housed in the UB Kinsey Educational and Community Center in the historic Northwest, the location is intended to allow families who live around here to get the help they need without having to travel long distances.
This community identified mental health as one of the priorities for the families. So FAU Community Health is on the second floor. They did a community survey. They knocked on doors and said, what do you need? And that was the #1 need that the families in this area identified.
The center helps everyone from pregnant women preparing to be moms to small children, teenagers, and their parents. The cost of counseling is often covered by insurance. If not, there's a sliding fee scale based on income in order to make services here affordable for everyone. Find out more about this amazing organization by visiting their website, centerforchildcounseling.org. And finally, another Sunfest is in the books, and while it was scaled back a bit this year, thousands of people still showed up to see some of their favorite bands. Billy Idol kicked off this year's Sunfest and his latest tour with a lively set before a big crowd. With so many bands to choose from over 3 days, festival goers were making plans to see their favorites first.
I'm here to see Nelly and meet the Latina girl that is singing right now.
You don't know who it is?
I don't know, but she's pretty.
I already saw Critical. He opened up the Ford stage, the main stage over here.
This time around, local and regional bands were given a chance to play, as were those with hit songs that the audience could sing along to, from Quiet Riot to Nelly and much more. There was a floating platform where electronic dance music was featured and plenty of food and drink choices all along Flagler Drive. In addition to all the music, this year marked the return of art to Sunfest with the brand new Creative Arts Village, which attracted some new artists like Orlando-based Jessica Fonseca.
Everyone is so excited to have this back because it incorporates everybody, and the mural we're working on, we're going to have aspects of it that people as they're walking by can come and jump in and also paint with us.
What do you think they get out of that?
Joy, happiness, a sense of belonging, a sense of community.
All with the backdrop of the beautiful waterfront and music all around. And as always, it was a lot of fun. Well, that's it for now. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time on your West Palm Beach.